Hello and welcome to Thursday Night Football. I'm Anthony Hudson. It's a pleasure to welcome Gary Lyon.
Cheers, hello. Tonight we have got an exciting match.
This evening's match is between Brisbane and Collingwood. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. The banners are ready for the players.
It's a big midfield battle today. Whichever team can get on top of the middle of the ground will walk out winners today.
They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they play today.
Good call, Hutto.
The captains make their way to the middle for the toss. Brisbane kicking to the right of screen. Well, we all know who should get the job done, but it's shaping as a... Guided down nicely by Myercheck. Lions slick with the hands. He's got the footy in his hands. And we'll get a ball up. What are your thoughts at the moment, Gaz?
This is a great game, Hutto, and we can just sit back and enjoy it.
Thank you, Ivan. Thumps it clear. Bruzak there to mop up. Picks up the loose ball. Turned it over. Handballs. Has it now. And the chance at goal is taken by Brisbane. He's enjoying that goal. Puts the first goal on the board.
Great bit of play that resulted in that goal.
Won the hit out. Hoskinelli on the ball. Mark. He might kick a goal. A good result there, and that's a goal for Collingwood. He puts through his first goal. Thomas celebrates with the fans.
He did really well there. And
big thump from Myercheck. Gets it away. Doing well was Rich. Pushes through with power. Gardner has the ball. Zorko now. Found a way through. Gets the handball away. Neal gets the handball away. Started to kick wide, and it never came back. Brisbane doing well at the moment. Deciding where to go with the kick-in. Plays on from the kick-in. Kick by Moore. Neal couldn't hang on to the ball. Greenwood had the pressure bearing down. Rich links for the teammate who can run. Now with a low spearing kick. Takes a simple grab. Metres from home. Bruzak, and he put it through. Listen to the fans celebrate as he drives that.
no doubt about it.
Pretty happy with that one. Brisbane lead is now 7.
That came off the back of some good work further up the ground.
Cameron farmed it down. Trying to avoid everything out there. Handball finds Thomas. Just put it on the boot. The mark has been taken. Lining up for goal. Chose to kick it. McMahon will be upset with that. Starcevic with quick hands. Elliott finds his man on the move. Collingwood are happy about that one.
It's great to watch, Hutto. Plenty of excitement.
Wins the ruck duel. Didn't get away from that tackle.
Great tackling there, Hutto.
With a burst of speed. Finds this one all by himself. 10 metres out.
Move it on.
He delivers with a drop punt. He acknowledges the crowd. That's 2 in a row for Collingwood. The Magpies.
Some good.
Cameron got in a better position. Wins the race to the ball. Sear releases it under pressure. Rushes with the kick. Takes the mark all by himself. He gets his hands on the footy. They can create from this. He was celebrating that goal the moment it left his boot.
He's enjoying every second of it out there.
Bruiser couldn't be happier with that goal.
That goal will be a real confidence boost. You can see he's up and about now.
Swats it. This is Orko. Awkwardly got the handball out. Fighting hard was McCluggage. Mops up the loose ball. A mark by Adams. Decides to play on. Marking in space for Orko. Just manages to release the kick. Just gets it onto the boot. Dacos selects to kick. McRae gets in a good position. Kick goes astray, and it's out on the full. Gardner heading to the bench. Sear determined to reach the ball. Gathers it now.
Great attack on the ball carrier.
Getting in the way was McCarthy. They can link up now. Ends up marking uncontested. May going for number 1. Drop part sails between the big sticks. Look at them celebrate that effort.
He knew that was home as...
Slapped away. Here's Sear. Roughhead gets on the end of that handball. Finds the loose ball. Kicks out of the congestion. Movement by hand. He's got the football now. Hacking it out of there. Goes short by hand. A low stabbing kick. Easily takes the mark. The kick from Iacek, marked by Lipinski. And the ball trickles over the line. And we'll get a throw-in. Anything standing out at the moment for you, Gaz?
It's a really good contest out there right now, and it's great to watch.
Coughed up by Lions. Matheson dug out the loose ball. Free kick. Decides to kick. Ball off hands. McInerney gets the loose ball. A race for the loose ball. Scoops up the ball. He lays off the pass. Collects the loose ball.
Off footy.
The umpire will ball it up. McInerney gets onto the ball. Flicks with hands. There'll be a ball up close to goal. Taps it down. Howe collects it. Ball collected. Bailey with the ball. Hits the target by hand. The ball mopped up. Tough one to handle for Dazovic. Jones gets in the way. The ball knocked out on the tackle. Gets the loose ball. Picked off the deck. Dug out the loose ball. Quick handball. Bruiser keeps coming. Arches his back. An impressive performance so far. This for a fourth goal. Ganaher within range from here. Shaping the kick for the banana. Going for goal number one. Missed. The Lions get it more to kick it in. An easy grab for Maynard. Sinks the slipper into it. Ball picked up. Alessiol goes with the kick. Putting his skills on display. The loose ball picked up. Seen plenty of it. Brisbane close the gap to 3. Players move as they look to provide an option. Gets a touch to the ball. Slams it onto the boot. Maynard picks up the loose ball. Sweeping handball. Wins possession. Dug it out. Found a way to keep balance. Turns it over there. Is in his possession. Cameron picks it up. Movement by hand. Sear rushes with the kick. Winning the ball in the air was Elliott. He just throws that
Move it on.
ball. Bailey uses it by foot. Clean pick up by Quainer. Got the hands free. It's a turnover. Gets around the imaginary opponent. Gives it to Matheson. Brisbane will be looking to get the lead with this shot. The kick releases the pressure. Umpire calls for the ball. What can you tell us at this stage, Gary?
It's a really entertaining game of football.
The ball spills to Dacos. He drives it. Starcevic finds a way to hang on.
Great tackle.
The handball now from Lions. The Lions will take the lead if this one sails through. Look at him. He really enjoyed that one. Brisbane back in front.
They're looking more dangerous inside 50 now. Great reward for effort.
Thumped by Cameron. With the ball is Robinson. Well taken at ground level. Puts it into space. At full stride, receives the handball. It's cut off by Pendlebury. Alice Yolmer sends it into space. Roughhead grabbed it clean.
Brilliant chase.
Finding the loose ball was Rayner. With quick hands. Has a runner alongside him. Moore rewarded for that tackle. Moore gets right in his face.
Outstanding pressure.
Nobody can hold on here. Practicing some fancy moves. Howe unable to hold on. Takes on the space. Brisbane fans getting excited about that one. That will settle his nerves. Gets his first on the ball. They get around him after that effort.
That's a really good team goal. It hasn't always been clean, but they've got the...
Won it down. Sear onto the ball. Slick with the hands. May gets a quick kick away. Good mark there. 40 metres out.
Move it on.
He slams it towards goal. What a goal by Hoskinelli. Gets his first. Celebrating up.
This is it.
Cameron, he gains possession. There's the siren for the end of the quarter. The score's at Brisbane 33 to Collingwood 30.
The Lions should be pleased with how they've started. If they can build on that quarter, they'll be hard to stop.
Both sides might want to work on their defence after a high-scoring opening term. What stands out for you, Gaz?
Collingwood have been controlling stop and lead the clearances. If they can clean up their ball use after the clearance, they can give themselves a chance.
Cheers, Gaz. second quarter action. Hammers it. He has the ball. Gets a quick kick away. Gathered by side bottom.
Big tackle.
Hoskin Elliott kicks hurriedly. Picking it up was Lester. Goes by hand. Bailey goes back to him. Handball's out in front. Pendlebury with the intercept. Hurried kick. Open opportunity for Kelly. Up for grabs from Elliott. Takes off now. He decides to go for home. Sends it home. He's got a couple now. Starting to get into this game. He's excited about that one. Collingwood have kicked back-to-back goals. Collingwood still back the lead.
He knew that was home as soon as it left the boot.
Punched away. Quickly onto the boot. Takes a strong mark. Wants to keep it moving. Robinson moves it by hand. And now they're away. Alice Yeoman with the opportunity in front of goal. Go. 35 metres out. Huge opportunity to grab the lead. Brisbane now only trail by 2. Ready to bring it back into play. Moore plays it to himself. Slams it on the boot. Marks all alone. Moves the ball by foot. Pendlebury runs after the ball. The tackle misses completely. Slams it home. He puts through his first goal. Neil celebrating hard. Brisbane are back in front.
That goal will be a real confidence boost. You can see he's up and about now. That's a really good team goal.
Winning it was Myercheck. Side bottom moves it by hand. They could take the lead here. What a sensational goal.
It's great to watch, Hutto.
Punches it clear. With the ball now. Intervening brilliantly was McRae. Elliott wins the foot race. Puts the handball out in front. Just releases the ball. Opportunity for Gardner. He's getting a lot of the ball, Gas.
He seems to always be in the contest, Hutto.
Rich just gets it onto the boot. And the mark will be paid. Bruiser launches towards goal. He's having a big game right now.
He's showing everyone how it's done.
Greenwood just put it on the boot. Kicks hurriedly. Finding the ball was Rayner. This kick will put them in front. Brisbane behind by 1. Moore to bring it back into play. Finds himself in space and marks. A spearing kick. Main over the top. Looks to move it by foot. Takes an uncontested mark. McCluggey gathers it now. Elects to kick. Takes the mark. Uses a shorthand. He gets another possession. Uses it by foot. Hoskin Elliott takes the mark. Uncontested. Hands that ball to the opposition. Gets it away. Bailey gives it to the player running past. Just gets the kick away. The loose ball scooped up. Ends up with Andrews. Kicks hurriedly. Does well to cut off the kick. Looks up with the kick. Thomas runs after this one. Elliott heads onto the ground. The umpire calls for it. Can you tell us anything at the moment, Gaz?
This is a classic game we're seeing right now.
Lobs the handball. Takes possession. Hits him hard. McRae drives it out of the pack. Takes that one strongly. A chance to put one through here for Collingwood. 45 metres out. Looking to kick goal number 2. Makes the most of that kick. It's a goal. His teammates rush over Collingwood by 7 points.
He did really well there, and
Cameron thumped it clear. Hipwood hunting with authority.
fantastic pressure there.
Robinson quickly out of the boot. Bruiser looking for another goal. It's under 2 goals now. It's a foot race to get this one. A big tackle there.
Constant pressure and rewarded.
Manufactures the handball. Howe, hurried kick. He's on fire at the moment, Gaz.
He's everywhere at the moment.
The tackle deserves a free and gets it. Pendlebury sticks the tackle.
Coaches love to see that kind of tackling pressure.
Nice hands. 50 metres from home. Good body work to win the mark. 25 metres out. The kick will be from a 45-degree angle. Goes for the goals. Unfortunately, gets them down there. 7, looking for options now. Leicester arcs up contested.
Well, when you look at the shots at goal, there just hasn't been enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to take a mark. The Magpies forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot.
Wow! Sick with a chance if he can keep his cool. 65 metres out. Hoskinelli puts it on the boot. McCluggage hacking it out of there. Missed the target. Maynard short by hand. A chance for McMahon. Gathers it now. Picks it up. Uses a shorthand. Alice Yeoman on the move now. The ball mopped up. Main collects the loose ball. That's the sort of goal that can get the team up and about. A second goal in the bag. He loved that one.
This is how they can score, Big Hutto. If they can do that on a consistent basis, it's massive. Some great ball. Collingwood are leading the inside 50s, and right now, Collingwood are winning the ball out of the clearance and are capitalising. It's much easier to score when you're always on the front foot.
Goes short by hand. Matheson has a teammate on the move. That kick goes offline. The scoreboard starting to worry Brisbane now. Moore plays on. Great tackle. Fails defender. Converting these opportunities could make a big difference to today's result. Starcevic tucks it into the pocket. Collected by Robinson. Moore coming off for a spell. My ball, says the umpire. What do you make of the game so far, Gary?
I'm liking what I'm seeing at the moment, Hutto. A great game.
Neil looking to put through another goal. Smiles all round. Just under 2 goals the difference now.
It hasn't always been clean, but they've got the goal. Collingwood.
Clears the contest. Manages to get a hand away. Neil read it best. Alice Yeoman running off for a break. There'll be a ball up in the centre square. Thrashes it. Starcevic gets the ball.
No prior.
And now we'll have a ball up. McInerney got a fist to it. Did well not to confuse himself. Gardner fends off the tackle. Clears the ball from the contest. Scoops up the ball. Slick with the hands. A chance to reload the attack now. Look at the height on that mark.
What a mark.
Uses it now. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Quaynak receives the ball. He just can't get out of the action. Ruffin keeping it low. Lipinski takes it well. A good job keeping it in play there. And the ball ends up over the line. We'll get the ball tossed back into play. Ball back into play. McInerney just swats it away. Greenwood can link up through hands. Takes possession. Hoskin Elliott slams it onto the boot. Going for goal number 2. Summed it up, and he delivers perfectly. Gets some reward for his efforts. Collingwood with a 2-goal lead.
They're looking more dangerous inside 50 now. Great reward for effort.
Mychek thumps it clear. Has it now. Hurried kick. Collected by Dacos.
A great defensive effort.
Goes with the kick. Starcevic does well to mark. Keeps it moving. Greenwood comes away with the ball. Racking up possessions now. Collects the loose ball. What a tackle.
Beautiful tackle, Hutto.
Sees it over the boundary line. Ball over the boundary line. What can you tell us, Gaz?
I'm loving what this game is giving us right now.
Spent that one before he earned it. Taken by Starcevic. He's got the football now.
Great tackling technique.
Pushes off the tackler with a driving kick. Mops up the loose ball. McInerney dug out the loose ball. Collingwood are in the lead by 12 at the half.
A good first half from Collingwood. They can be well pleased with how the game is shaping.
Anything you can see, Gary?
Brisbane just aren't running for each other or creating space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many set shots inside 50.
Thanks. Both sides taking a much-needed rest at the long break. The second half just moments away. We're set to go at the start of the third quarter. Mychek thumps it forward. Robinson keeps it moving. Rushes with the kick. Couldn't complete the mark. He flicks it over. Just gave it away. Sideball marks in a bit of space. The contest, no match for him.
That's true, Hutto.
Already kicked a couple of goals. This for number 3. 15 metres out.
Go.
Going for goal number 1. The margin is 13.
Collingwood are costing themselves with turnover today. They need to find a way to control the play better and stop turning it over.
Finds a bit of room to mark. Bailey getting in on the act. McMahon unable to apply the tackle. Hands it out to open space. Bruiser is streaming past and gets the footy. Able to release the kick. Quick handball is in his possession. He likes his chances from here. The drop punt goes straight between the big sticks. Goal number 4 with that kick. Congratulated by his teammates. Brisbane reduced the margin.
That came off the back of some good work further up the ground. Some great ball movement there. You just knew they were going to score. Collingwood are taking their chances in front of goal. We say it so often, but when you do the simple things right, it goes a long way towards winning.
Finds a target. Main quickly onto the boot. Well picked up. Mychek couldn't stick the tackle on Lions. And now McMahon linking by hand.
Fantastic tackle.
Howe getting a chance for a break. We'll get a ball up.
Oh, it's tense out there at the moment, Hutto.
Cameron with the punch. The ball bubbling around. Hoskin Elliott on top of the ranking points.
He's on fire at the moment.
Sees it out of play. Toss back into play. Thump clear. Gets around Mr. Invisible. Nice. Fends off the tackler. The ball in the hands of Moore. He can take off after that handball. Puts it on the boot. Soccers it forward. Keeps it moving. With the ball now.
False pin. Thank you.
Ball up called. Clears the contest. Wants to keep it moving. Kelly runs onto the field. Hammers it. He wins possession.
My footy.
Punched away.
Thank you, I'll have it.
Well, now it's a ball up. Cameron hurls it away.
My footy.
Hipwood with a big fist on it. Gets the loose ball. Penetrating handball. Handball's under pressure. That's something to smile about. Celebrating hard. Brisbane have kicked the last 2 goals. Brisbane now only trail by 1.
He knew that was home as soon as it left the boot. They're looking more dangerous inside 50 now. Great reward for effort. Brisbane need to be far more competitive with their clearance.
Thumps it clear. He gains possession. Leicester can work it back. Got the hands free. Bailey goes to the man on the run. Goes by hand to Robinson. He's got the footy in his hands. Just gets it onto the boot. Gets into some space to mark this. Moved on by McRae. McMahon grabs that one. Got boot to ball. Kept alive under pressure. Picked up under pressure. Unfortunately not for long as the ball goes out.
The game has tightened right up.
Umpire tosses it in. McInerney with the hit. The ball spills in the tackle.
Thank you.
It'll be a ball up on the outer wing. McInerney clears the contest. Under pressure and keeps it alive. Couldn't complete the play. Ball out of bounds. Neil now heading off to the bench for a break. Ball over the line. Ball tossed back in. Thump clear. Bruiser crosses off the tackle. Just handballs into space. Scoops it up.
My footy.
It'll be a ball up on the outer wing. Thrashes it. Finds the loose ball. He flicks it over. Adams creates all sorts of problems for his opponent.
Brilliant chase.
Lipinski takes the pressure of the goal kick upon himself. Intercepted. Picked off by Alice Yeoman. Releases by hand. Wants to take them on. Dishes it off. Matheson hunting with authority.
Beautiful tackle, Hutto.
So, what can Collingwood do with this opportunity in front of goal? Lipinski going for number one. The kick comes close and is offline. Teammates break through. Andrews decides to go to himself. Goes the barrel. Snaffled up by side bottom. He has the ball. Leicester links up with a chance to run. Zorko hacking it out of there. Ball gets cut off. Quick handball. Handballs to a teammate on the run. He gets his hands on the footy. A lot of possessions for him. Goal scoring opportunity for Lipinski. Opts to play on. Wasting a lot of effort there. Sees off the tackler. Fought hard to get a handball away. With the ball now. Receives the handball and takes off. Rich moves it now. Doing well to intercept that kick. Keeps moving. Quainer heads it inside 50. Runs out of room and we'll get a throw in. Looks like we'll have
The players will be feeling the heat right now.
Swats it. Leicester finds possession. Gives the old don't argue.
I'll have it.
Punches it clear. Trying to avoid everything out there. Doing well with the mark. Releases the handball. Jones onto the ball. Had plenty of the ball. Jones a bit too casual with the tackle. Robinson has the ball. Fantastic chase and tackle. Jones gets right in his face.
Fantastic tackle.
McMahon was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did. Main couldn't complete the tackle. They can create from this. Gathered by Gardner. Hacks it out of there. Dug out by Bailey. Does well to keep it in play. Eventually, the ball goes over the line. Bailey now heading off to the bench for a break. The umpire will throw it in. Thrown in now. He's been influential. Moves it by foot. Bruzak spills it. I haven't seen him for a while, Gaz.
That's right, Hutto. He just can't seem to get into the game.
Looks like the ball will be coming back. That's holding the ball. Collingwood fans would love to see this one sail through. This will certainly test him from this distance. Lining up from a 45-degree angle. 50 metres out.
Move it on.
He heads for home. Touched over from behind. Considering the options on the kick-in. Goes for a run. Couldn't keep the ball in play. Ball to be tossed back in.
It's very tense at the moment.
Hipwood won the hit out. A clean collect. Picks up the loose ball. Robinson gathers it now with quick hands. Danaher gets on the end of that handball. Bruiser pulls the trigger. Just hits the post and a minor score. Brisbane behind by 2. Moore with the kicking duties. A strong mark in the pack from Greenwood. Goes by foot. He's really making an impact in this game, Gaz. It'll be a ball up. Hipwood. Wins the race to the ball.
Thank you, I'll have it.
Thumps it clear. The ball spills from the tackle. Here's Hipwood. Has it now. Got the hands free. Starcevic gets the ball. Adams wins the foot race. Main collects the loose ball. Just put it on the boot. Marks that ball uncontested. Keeps the kick low. Intercepts the ball well. Howe drives the kick. Elliott with an easy mark. Gone! What a tackle! Unable to create this. We head into the final term with Collingwood 64 playing Brisbane 62.
Collingwood will be looking to not only hold their lead, but they want to put this beyond doubt early and run away with a big win.
What do you make of it all, Gaz?
Brisbane are getting beaten at the coalface. They need to rectify these clearance numbers to give themselves the best chance going forward.
Thanks for that. Last quarter action, ready to go.
They have to go quickly to have any chance from here.
Punches it clear. Up for grabs for Lions. Kelly kicks out of the congestion. Gets into a good position to take it. Opportunity once again for the Magpies to put one through. Chips it towards half-forward. Intercepted. Cleanly picked up. He lays off the pass. Mychek gains possession. Leicester handballs out into space. Releases by hand. Lions gives it off, and now they go. Now we've got a ball up.
Critical stage of this one.
Punched away. We'll have a ball up, close to the boundary line. Thumped clear. Decides to keep it alive. Mychek lobs the handball. Doing well was Lipinski. Out on the full. Puts boot to ball. Dacos has it. Elects to kick. Elliott leading the race to the loose ball. Going for goal number 3. No issues with that drop punt. Gets some reward for his efforts. Collingwood by 8 points.
Brisbane are struggling to...
Mychek thumps it clear. Lyon just fends off his opponent. The ball's knocked loose. With the ball is Robinson is in his possession. Maynard can't hold on to the tackle. Receives the handball and takes off. Moore deciding where to go with the kicking. Looks to move it by foot. Greenwood hangs onto that one. Uses it by foot. Great mark under pressure. Elliott kicks it. Taken well at ground level by Rich. Keeps it moving. Has a man running for him. Didn't get away from the tackle.
Fantastic pressure there.
Sweeping handball from Bruiser. Ball gets cut off. Releases it under pressure. Missed the target. Zorko going for number 1. Looking to keep within touch. Moore looking to bring it back into play. Marks in a bit of space. Kicks to the square. Ruffin collects it. Finding the loose ball was McCarthy. Put the kick wide and they're behind. And they continue to miss these opportunities. Brisbane. Moore assessing the options. Jones looks to get onto the football.
Full spin.
It's a big stage of this game.
Thrashes it. Picked up now. Handballs to no one in particular. The loose ball picked up. Cameron sends one up towards the wing. The ball spills to Cameron. Movement by hand. Howe powers through the tackle. He can take off after that handball. Takes an uncontested mark. Slips the handball to side bottom. Sear is streaming past and gets the footy. Marks in a bit of space. Unable to put that one through. Looking to bring it back into play. Off hands from Cameron. Handballs. McMahon with the shot. It was always pushing that post. They push. Searching for a teammate. Plays on. Dishes it off. Walks that ball over the line. Andrews unsure of the next move. Didn't disguise that well enough. It's been called deliberate.
They can take the sting right out of the game here.
Sear heads for home. Main doesn't take the mark. Picked up by Adams. Managed to get a hand to that one. Unsure of their next move. Ends up turning this ball over. Puts boot to ball. Marks now and can send it back. McMahon cuts it off. Well collected. Gardner is getting the ball again and again. Great mark. Zorko manufactures a handball. He gets his hands on the footy. Matheson with a short hand pass. What a goal! They get around him after that effort. Brisbane close the gap to 3.
It's great to watch, Hutto. Plenty of excitement. That's a really good team goal. Brisbane have turned it over too often today. They aren't coping with the pressure.
Cameron with a big fist on it. The bounce made it tough. He's got the football now. Ruffin wins it back. Lobs the handball. Pendlebury drives the kick. Stuck the mitts out there and held on to it. Penetrating handball. He gains possession. Hacks it on the boot. Matheson scoops it up. Interesting handball. Rich dug it out. Just dismisses his opponent. Gets the handball away. At full stride, receives the handball. Dishes it off to a player on the run. A chance to steal the lead right here. Cockatoo. Marks. Lucky to score with that shot. It's coming down to the wire. More players move as they look to provide an option. Handballs out into space. Cockatoo links with a teammate who can run. Goes wide from behind. Still anyone's game from here. Moore looking for options now. He's worked hard and probably needs a chance to rest. Found space for an easy mark. Intercepted by Cruiser. Sear, hurried kick. Good mark by McMahon. McMahon has resources out wide. Lipinski elects to kick. Mychek controlling the airwaves on this occasion. 45 metres out. Move it on. He takes aim. What a fantastic goal. Mychek getting the crowd involved.
It hasn't always been clean, but they've got the goal.
Clears the contest. Shows some physicality. Matheson gets the loose ball. Rayner creates all sorts of problems for his opponents.
Big tackle. The players will be feeling it out there.
Thumped by Hipwood. Taken by Robinson. Slick with the hands. Contests the hard ball. Links with hands. Pendlebury just gets it onto the boot. Andrews there to mop up. The handball hits the target. Hacking it out of there. Cockatoo picks up the loose ball. Kept his head and kicked the goal.
He's absolutely loving it. Why not?
He celebrates hard after that.
He did really well there and get...
Mychek won the hit out. Well collected on the bounce. Gets it away. Matheson now. Sinks the slipper into him. Hipwood found a way to mark that one. Normally a pretty good kick. Let's see what he can do here. Goes inside, forward 50. He has to hold on to those. Maynard flicks it over. This is side bottom. Takes possession. Hoskin Elliott able to release the kick. Quickly onto the boot. He takes the mark. Slams it onto the boot. Finds this one all by himself. It's only behind. Collingwood by 2 points. Andrews with the responsibility of kicking it in. Ends up marking uncontested. Wants to keep it moving. Needs a bit of a rest. Finds his man. Found time to get it on the boot. Lester puts on the tackle.
Coaches love to see that kind of tackling pressure.
Andrews wants to keep it moving by hand.
Right footy.
Winning it was Hipwood. He wins possession. Fights the good fight. Goes by hand. Dug out the loose ball. Squeezes out a handball. He takes the shot. Darts it through for another. Jones loves that goal. Collingwood, but 8. Mychek gets onto the ball. Robinson couldn't stick the tackle. Gets it out of congestion. Dacos with the mark. Chips it towards half forward. Elliott found some space and marks.
Collingwood are getting plenty of marks with loose players. They're really able to control the game and move at their own pace.
Move it on.
Thomas might kick a goal. And time to celebrate. He's excited about that one. Collingwood have kicked back-to-back goals. Now they lead by 14.
A great bit of play that resulted in that goal. That came off the back of some good work further up the ground. Brisbane need...
Spots it. Showing control was Alice Yeoman. Taken well at ground level by Elliott.
Showing some really good pressure there.
Using every ounce of energy he has left. Dacos wins the foot race. Real disappointment for fans of Cork. Brisbane. Gaz, what did you think of today's game?
The Magpies found a way to win. Well deserved.
Stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barricades are shouting as all barricades should.
Collingwood defeated Brisbane 93-79 at the final siren. Thanks for joining us. As always, soon.
Thanks, Hutto. Until next time, that is.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barricades are shining.